Welcome. This video is an overview for DD agency providers on how to correct and submit EVV billings by using the regular Express desktop website. DD agency providers who deliver EVV qualifying services will need to use the Express desktop website to review and submit those draft SD billings to receive payment. Review and submission is required regardless of the EVV reporting method used. Agency providers will also need to use the Express website to make any corrections to EVV SD billings prior to submission. The SD review, correction, and submission work will need to be completed by someone at your agency who has the Provider Agency Claims Manager user role. Agency DSP staff with the DSP EVV user role can only access Express EVV for starting and ending EVV shifts. They will not have access to features in the Express desktop website. While submission of draft SD billings can be done as a batch, corrections to draft SD billings must be made individually. Always do any SD billing corrections first before submitting. This helps avoid submitting incorrect billings and then having to void them and make corrections later. To review, correct, or submit draft SD billings, log in to the Express website from a computer or laptop. Once logged in, to review and make corrections to draft SD billings, you'll need to go to the specific client authorizations billing page. Click on Create Service Delivered from Single Authorization from the left-hand menu, like shown here. In the search page, the easiest way to search for the draft billings you need to review will likely be to just use the dates of service in the effective and end date fields. You can also include other search criteria if you'd like. For example, to search for services to a specific individual, add their prime number in the client prime field. From the authorization search results returned, click on the green $ for the authorization that has billings that need correction. This will take you to the Authorizations Billing Entry page. In the Authorizations Billing page, you'll see all the SD billings that have been created against it, including those by DSP staff using Express EVV. You can identify Express EVV created billings by a couple of features. First, the date will be static and locked. It cannot be changed. Second, the SD billing will show with a status of draft. If there are draft EVV SD billings that need corrections, you can make corrections to any data that is in open data fields. For example, you can correct or update the start time, the end time, or the DSP's name. If you make corrections to an EVV SD billing, you will also need to select a change reason from the available drop-downs, and then click Save All to save your changes. There are different change reasons available for agency providers to use when corrections to EVV SD billings are needed. Simply select the change reason that best describes the reason why the correction was made. Some change reasons may apply to a variety of situations. To receive payment, you'll need to submit your draft SD billings. The submission can occur from the Authorizations Billing page. Simply check the boxes next to the draft billings you wish to be paid for, and then click Submit, like shown in the example here. Submitting draft SD billings by each individual Authorizations Billing page may take a lot of time. Express has the ability for agency providers to submit multiple draft SD billings all at once in a batch, which may be easier and save you some time. Remember, if you have SD billing corrections to make, be sure you do those first before submitting. To search and find a list of draft SD billings to submit them as a batch, click on View Service Delivered Entries from the left-hand menu like shown here. When searching, you can search in a variety of ways to find the draft SD billings needed. To find the draft SD billings that were created from the agency SD upload import process, search using a status equals draft. Selecting draft from the status drop-down is required, as this will activate the checkboxes needed to allow you to select the billings to submit. In the Create From and Create To date fields, enter the date you imported your SD/CSV file. You can use the same date in both fields. Then click Find to search. To find other draft SD billings, just modify the search criteria. For example, to search for draft SD billings by the dates service was provided, in the Status drop-down select Draft. Again, selecting Draft from the Status drop-down is required, as this will activate the checkboxes to allow you to select the billings to submit. In the Begin Date field, enter the first date of the service date range. In the End Date field, enter the last date of the service date range. Add any other search criteria you'd like to further filter your search results, if desired, such as the client prime or the service procedure code. With your search criteria entered, click Find to search. From the search results returned, check the left-hand boxes of the draft SD billings you wish to process for payment, and then click Submit at the bottom of the page. If you'd like to wait, when the submission process is completed, you will see a results confirmation page. However, you don't need to wait if you don't wish to. You can search again using the criteria above, omitting the status, to get a list of the SDs and see their new status after submission. Don't forget, you can also access other tutorial videos and user guides for DD agency providers that are available on the Express Help menu. The Help menu website address is shown here. Thank you for watching this video presentation.